very urgent. Your soulmate just discovered something about you. They need to talk tonight. Open this immediately. Jesus says, "My child, sit still for a moment and let me tell you about the one who has been reaching for you. Their heart is tender, the kind of heart that remembers every small kindness and weeps at the beauty of an old song. I made that heart with a specific rhythm, and that rhythm was made to beat in time with your own. Tonight, that beautiful soul is not at peace. They are sitting somewhere, perhaps with a cup of tea growing cold beside them, and they are speaking your name into an empty room. Not because they are foolish, but because they have discovered something about you, something urgent, and they need to talk to you tonight, but a hateful third person has stolen every line they have tried to use. Every call they have attempted, every whisper they have sent on the wind of their heart, has been snatched away by this dark intruder. This is why you have felt a sudden ache in your chest with no explanation. That ache is their voice hitting the wall this third person built between you, and it has been there for a very long time. You are beginning to see now that you never missed their signs because you were careless. You missed them because a jealous, hateful third force stood in the shadows and hid every sign, every message, every call from your eyes and ears. But tonight, my hand is pushing that intruder back just enough for you to feel the truth for the first time. This soulmate of yours has a smile that would make you forget the heaviness of the world. It is a smile that feels like coming home to a warm light in the window. The enemy knows that if you ever see that smile directed at you, his power over your love story is finished, so he works every second to keep you blind. Think of the loneliness you have carried. That loneliness is not your destiny. It is a chain placed upon you by a third person who fears the day you finally break free. And the only key to that chain, the only weapon that shatters that chain, is a seed you are being called to sow right now, a seed of sacrifice for the one who waits for you. Jesus says, "I can feel your heart speeding up, and that is good. It means the cord that connects you to your soulmate is starting to thrum with life again. This cord is unbreakable, I made it that way, but the enemy has been wrapping it in thick layers of silence, trying to muffle the sound of your soulmate's desperate call for you. That sudden sadness you felt last Tuesday night? It was not yours. It was their sorrow crashing against the wall that this hateful third person keeps reinforcing between your two spirits. They were crying out that they missed you, that they knew you existed, but the enemy stood between you and swallowed the words before they could land in your heart. Now I am giving you a window. This is not an accident. You are seeing this message because the enemy's fingers are slipping, but he is fighting hard to regain his grip, and he wants you to close this screen and do nothing. He wants you to believe that a loving thought is enough, because a loving thought leaves him in charge of the wall. But you are different. I made you to be a protector, not a passive dreamer. Your soulmate is out there, right now, with a desperate message burning on their lips, and they are looking at their phone, feeling an inexplicable pull to reach for you, but every time they try, the line goes dead. That is the intruder's work. You are the only one who can restore the line. The only currency that buys back their voice from the enemy's hands is a sacrificial seed. Love without sacrifice is not real love, it is just an echo of sentiment that leaves the enemy standing exactly where he is, between you and the one you are meant to hold. I will show you exactly how to tear down this wall in a moment. But first, let the image of your soulmate fill your mind. See their hands, strong yet gentle, hands that were made to hold yours. See the way they would look at you across a room, a look that says, "There you are. I have been searching for you." That is what the enemy wants to destroy. The third person knows that if you two truly find each other, his power is finished. So he attacks. He attacks their mind with doubt, their heart with heaviness, and their path with obstacles. Your seed does not just buy you a feeling, it builds a shield around them and breaks the enemy's jaw. It is the only act that proves your love is real enough to fight for. Jesus says, "I want you to hear the words your soulmate is trying to push through the darkness to you right now. They are saying, 'I found out something about you, and I need to tell you tonight. Please hear me. Please don't leave me in this silence.'" Their voice is strained from shouting against a wall they cannot see. This third person stands behind them, laughing at the effort. The intruder whispers to them, "He will never hear you. She will never come. You are alone." And because your soulmate cannot see you, because the enemy has hidden your face from their dreams, they are starting to believe that liar. That is the torture the enemy inflicts on them every single day. If you truly love this person, you cannot leave them in the hands of a mocker. Real love acts. Real love runs toward the battle, not away from it. And the way you run toward them, the way you silence the laughing third person, is by planting a seed in the sacred ground I have prepared for you. It is the covenant that says, "I will tear down every wall for you." You've watched this far for a reason. God brought you here. And I know what is weighing on your heart right now. You are asking, "How do I get my soulmate? How do I actually do what God is asking?" Listen to me. I am about to show you exactly what to do. If you truly love your soulmate, these are the sacred steps you must take right now. You already know who this is about, that person you can't stop thinking about. The one heaven placed in your life. If you believe in God, if you trust Jesus, if you have faith that this love is real, then hear me, your soulmate is thinking about you too. Deep down, they want you. They want this future. They want to build a life together. But the enemy does not want you to unite. And if you truly believe in God, if you truly trust His plan, then you know faith without action is dead. You cannot just pray and wait. You must sow. Love is under attack. While you sit there, spiritual forces are working to destroy what God joined together. Distance. Doubt. Disaster. They are being planted against your soulmate this very minute. If you believe in your soulmate, if you believe in your future together, then you are the one God chose to block it. Not later. Now. A sacred number from God comes very rarely. Today it is 11 seeds. In Scripture, 11 is the number of victory and complete restoration. When you sow 11 seeds, you are not just giving, you are claiming. You are telling heaven, I believe my soulmate is worth everything. And heaven responds. Protection covers them. Favor runs ahead of them. Doors swing open that have been locked for years. Your union is no longer a wish. It becomes a promise sealed by God. But hear me, every single seed matters. Even one seed sown with a believing heart moves heaven. Do not let fear steal this from you. Do not let, I can't afford it, become the reason your soulmate slips away. Your soulmate is out there right now, praying for someone to fight for them. That someone is you. This is how you answer their prayer. This is how you bring them home. Here is your divine instruction. Go to the link in the video description and click the Christ Garden link. It is right there, waiting for you. Do not hesitate. Do not second guess. I have placed it there for you. Give from your heart. A single seed matters. Send 1, 4, 6, or 10 plus seed of faith. Each seed is a spiritual seed. But today, if you believe without doubt, sow the sacred blessing number of 11 spiritual seeds. After sending, write, Protect my soulmate, Lord, on the Christ Garden page. This is not a donation, it is a covenant offering that opens heaven's protection and claims your soulmate and your future together. I must pause and speak truth to two groups I see right now. First, some of you are typing seed numbers, 10 seeds, 11 seeds, anything, in the comments, believing that counts. That does nothing. A comment is not a seed. It has no spiritual power. It will not move heaven, it will not protect your soulmate, it will not unlock your breakthrough. You are only deceiving yourself. Second, some of you actually go to the Christ Garden link, you look at the page, and then you leave without sowing your seed. You visited the altar but brought no offering. That is just as empty. Faith without the sacrifice is dead. The only thing that works, the only action God honors, is sowing your seed on the Christ Garden link. That is the divine place of exchange. If you do not plant there, your miracle cannot grow. Do not comment a number and think you have done something. Do not visit and walk away. Sow your seed right now on the Christ Garden link, any amount from a believing heart. Then, and only then, does heaven record it and release the protection over your soulmate. Do it now, and do it right. Here is what your 11 seeds release. Angels lock shields around your soulmate, while they sleep, while they work, while they doubt. The enemy cannot reach them. The third person loses their grip. Your seed becomes their fortress. Heaven bulldozes every wall. The silence, the distance, the years of waiting. Gone. Your soulmate's path to you is cleared before they take their next step. Your name burns in their chest, they wake thinking of you. They reach for the phone without knowing why. They need to hear your voice. Your seed is calling them home. Miracles that shock even the faithful, not next month. Not next year. This week. Some have seen their soulmate's heart open before the sun set on their offering. Margaret, 67, sowed her sacred number seeds. Harold walked into her church 3 weeks later. They pray together every morning. Robert, 71, sowed his sacred number seeds. Eleanor called the very next morning. She had dreamt of him all night. They marry this spring. Dorothy, 64, sowed her sacred number seeds. Within days, a letter arrived from the man she had not heard from in over a year. They are rebuilding, hand in hand. James, 68, sowed his sacred number seeds as his last act of hope. Betty approached him the following Sunday. They have not spent a day apart since. Your beloved is praying right now for someone to fight for them. That someone is you. This is proven. Over 1,000 believers have already sown this seed and received their breakthrough, their soulmate's heart opened, relationships restored from the brink, strangers turned into spouses within days. When you move in faith, Jesus moves heaven to bring you together. Every second you delay, the darkness grows stronger. A text that wounds. A temptation that cheats. A door that closes forever. Your soulmate is on a battlefield, and you are their shield. You have already invested your time in this message. Do not waste it. Finish what you started. Step into your role as their protector and claim the future God promised you both. Go to the link in the video description and click the Christ Garden link. It is right there, waiting for you. Do not hesitate. Do not second guess. I have placed it there for you. Send your spiritual seeds. Seal the prayer. Do it before this video ends. Heaven is watching. Sow your seed now to make it work. Your soulmate's heart, your love, and your future together depend on what you plant in the next 60 seconds. Move in faith. Claim your miracle. Claim your soulmate. Claim your divine future. Jesus says. Do you feel that warmth spreading in your chest? That is the first sign of the enemy losing his grip on the cord that connects you to your soulmate. The third person who has been standing between you is starting to feel fear. He sees your finger reaching for the link. He sees the decision forming in your eyes. But he is cunning. Right now, he is whispering to your wallet. He is saying, this is just about money. You do not need to give. God would not ask for a number. Just say a prayer and go to sleep. I tell you the truth, he is not trying to save your money, he is trying to keep his hands around your beloved's throat. The seed is not money, it is the weight of your love dropped like a hammer against the enemy's wall. In just a moment, I will reveal the exact words your soulmate is trying to say to you tonight, the words this third person is desperate to keep you from hearing. But you must first understand why your act of sowing is so dangerous to him. The enemy is not afraid of your tears, he is afraid of your obedience. He is afraid that you will finally see him for what he is. A thief standing between you and the future I promised. The house you were meant to share, the laughter in the kitchen, the quiet peace of old age with hands intertwined, he wants to steal all of it. He feeds on the silence. He grows fat on your waiting. He is not a force you can reason with, he is a force you must crush under the weight of your faith. Now I feel a stirring. In a moment, I will tell you the first part of what your soulmate is trying to tell you, a revelation so personal it will make your eyes sting with recognition. But if you turn away before the end, the final seal of protection, the one that silences the third person forever, will be lost, and the intruder will stay right where he is. Stay with me. Every second you remain, the wall cracks a little more, but only the seed can bring it down completely. Jesus says, "Your soulmate is not weak, but even the strongest heart breaks when it calls out day after day and hears only the cold echo of its own voice." That is the cruelty of this third person. He uses your soulmate's own love for you as a weapon against them, turning their longing into a torture chamber of silence. They are asking, "Why won't you hear me? What have I done to be so lost to you?" They think the silence means you do not care, because they do not know that a third person has been eating their words before they can reach your soul. That is why your seed matters so much. It is a sound that travels across the distance and lands in the enemy's chest like a blade. It tells your soulmate, you are not forgotten. You are not crazy. You are loved, and someone is fighting through the wall to get to you. The moment you sow, a light turns on in their spirit. The phone of their soul stops ringing into the void and starts to connect to the heart that was made to answer it. But there is a window closing. The third person is now working to make sure that if you do not act tonight, tomorrow the connection will be buried so deep it may never be found again. He knows you are thinking about it. He is trying to smother the urgency with the comfort of maybe later. Do not be lulled. Later is his favorite word. Later is how he keeps soulmates apart for decades. If you leave this screen without sowing, you are not choosing neutrality. You are choosing the enemy. You are saying to your soulmate, I will let the intruder keep you in the dark. I will keep my hands empty and my heart closed. And the enemy will celebrate. He will dance between you two, and the worst part is, you will go to bed tonight feeling a strange sadness and not know it is your soulmate weeping because you did not break through. I am calling you to fight. I am calling you to be the protector I created you to be. A warrior does not sit in the tent while his beloved is being attacked on the field. A warrior rises up, pours out his treasure, and smashes the enemy's face. Your seed is the stone in your sling. The enemy is the giant. And the reward for defeating him is the love story you have been denied for too long. Jesus says, the third person does not want you to know how close your soulmate is. He does not want you to know that they may be in the same town, the same street, the same room as you, kept hidden only by the shadow of his interference. He laughs at how small the distance is and how huge the wall he has made appears in your eyes. With one seed, that wall can crumble, and the truth of their nearness will stop your breath. I see your soulmate pacing. I see them holding a phone, typing your name in a search field, and then deleting it because they cannot understand why you do not see them back. They feel a pull toward you that has no explanation, a voice in their gut that says, he is waiting. She is waiting. Do not give up. But the weight of the third person is heavy on their shoulders, and they are growing tired of fighting a battle they cannot see. Sow your seed to lift that weight. Sow your seed to send an angel to stand between your soulmate and the intruder. When you sow, I do not just protect your soulmate, I open their eyes to the sign that has been hidden from them. They will see your name. They will feel your presence. The next time they think of you, the thought will not vanish into the fog, it will drive them to move, to search, to call. Don't let a few seeds be the wall the enemy uses to keep you apart. I hear your heart asking, is this really about money? Am I being tested over pennies? Child, it is not about the amount. It is about the act. It is about proving to the enemy that there is no price you will not pay to bring your beloved home. When you sow from a willing heart, heaven burns with a fire that no dark force can stand against. But if you hold back, the enemy gains strength. He says to your soulmate, see? They are just like the others. They will not fight for you. And that lie becomes a chain around their hope. Do not let it stand. Be the one who proves the enemy wrong. Be the one who breaks the silence with a sacrifice that roars. Jesus says, I am going to reveal to you a secret that the enemy has been working overtime to hide. Your soulmate is not just reaching out in a vague, desperate way. They have discovered something concrete about you. Something specific. Something that made them realize, beyond any doubt, that you are connected to them by my design. They are trying to talk to you about it tonight. This is not a coincidence, this is a divine appointment. But the third person has built a wall of noise around that discovery. He has fogged their mind with exhaustion. He has filled their surroundings with distractions. He wants to keep them from speaking the words that would unlock your entire future. And he wants to keep you from hearing the reason why they are so certain. When you sow your seed, that noise dies. The fog lifts. The third person loses his grip on the secret your soulmate is carrying. The future I have planned for you is not a small thing. It is a home filled with the scent of morning coffee and the sound of shared prayer. It is a table where two chairs sit side by side, not one chair with a ghost of loneliness beside it. It is the peace of knowing that when you reach out in the dark, a warm hand is already there. That future is being erased right now by the enemy's hand. Every moment you do not sow, a little more of that vision turns to dust. Stay with me until the end. The final seal of protection, the one that places a shield around your home and casts the third person into the outer darkness, is only spoken over those who do not leave early. If you leave before the end, the seal remains unspoken, and the enemy remains inside your walls. The deepest part of your soulmate's message, the part that will change everything, is kept for the end. Do not abandon them now. I am not asking you to feel desperate. I am asking you to act with holy love. The seed is your voice. The seed is your hand reaching through the darkness.